Hi, good morning, everyone. I haven't done a video in like 3 days because I've been very, very sick. Let me tell you how it progressed, and then we were going to get into a really good subject, and that is my vacation I took out of the country with a total stranger. Yes, I have balls. I don't know of anybody else who would have done that in my family, but I'm not like anybody else. Okay, so this is how I got sick. Because I have to wear a mask at work, I can't really blow my nose or clear the congestion. And I know they say you can't get sick wearing the mask. Well, I beg to differ, because if you can't clear out your sinuses or cough, or blow your nose, yeah, you're going to get congested. So I kept taking Mucinex for like 2 weeks straight, morning and night. And what it did is it dried it up and blocked me totally. I was in terrible pain for 2 days. I finally got in the shower, let hot water hit me, and I got this beanbag thing that you can buy that goes over your sinuses. I put it in the microwave maybe 3 times and just held it here. And it finally gave away. Now, here's how I really got better. When I go to the Dominican, they have pharmacists there, pharmacies where you could go in there and buy drugs, but not Class A narcotics. But I always buy maybe some Lasix, which is a diuretic, and I also buy Augmentin, which is like amoxicillin. It's for, I guess, bacteria infections. So I had one whole package. I took it like every 12 hours, and today I am feeling really good. A sinus pressure is, when it brings on that headache, it's awful. So that's how I got better, because I can't afford to go to these urgent cares because they charge 3 times as much as my regular doctor. Okay, now back to my vacation. I was so out of it when I left my marriage, I should say. People say, why did you, if you're still talking to your ex, why did you ever leave in the first place? I'll tell you why. Because I did not like who I had become. When I was 16, I was very free thinking, free-willing, a fun person. But when we had owned a business together for 40 years, life ceased to be fun. I did not like who I was. I was irritable. I was always resentful because the business took him away 95% of the time, and I just got tired of always doing all the housework. Even though I did have maids, I still had to do housework. But I worked in the office, and I just did not like who I was. The whole marriage had changed me. I wouldn't have wanted to be around me, right? So, and I think it did change my husband as well. So, yeah. So during that time, I'd always traveled a lot with him, and I was missing that. And I wanted to get out of my element. So I got on one of these websites where you can travel, be a travel companion. So I put my information on a couple. Next thing I knew, this high-class executive from, I think, Bank of America contacted me. He says, yes, I'd like to take you box fishing in Eleuthera, which is near the Bahamas. So I talked to my brother, and I said, how can I do this safely? He said, you get him to send me his license, picture, and a picture of his passport, and we'll go from there. So that happened. So he bought my ticket down to Miami, then we picked up a little shuttle flight or puddle jumper, whatever you want to call it, to Eleuthera. And you're probably asking, was sex involved? No, I had my own bedroom, and he had his own bedroom. And yeah, we went box fishing. The only thing is, I think we were there for 7 days. I think on the 5th day, he lost his fishing rod. But let me tell you what, the sand in Eleuthera is pink. It's like silk. That's why I wore pink today. it was like the color of these earrings. It was like you're walking on silk sheets. I had never seen a beach so beautiful. And I have been to a lot of beaches. I've been to most of the Caribbean islands, but nothing beat this. And it was a very small village. It was not a tourist attraction. And every night we would go to these little grass hut bars, and then he would take me out to dinner. And for the first time in my life, I saw the sunset, the sun go down. And I had never taken the time to do that. And I remember him taking blue cheese and stuffing his olives. But I knew I was in a little bit of a pickle when the first stop he made was to a liquor store, and he filled up the trunk with all kinds of liquor. Now, I don't know if he was trying to get me liquored up, but I didn't do that because of the obvious. But, yeah. So, I think on the last day, now this is before I had my spinal fusion, and my back, I mean, I tried my best to hide that. My back was just killing me. I remember writing in the sand my name and stuff, but the last day I was there, I got a little tipsy, and let's see. I mean, I was just having a great time. But we were two consenting adults, and I think my husband already had a girl living with him, so what the hell. But yeah, I remember when I got to the Miami airport, he was wearing shorts with socks and Ouijans. And I looked over at him, and he'd take a picture of me when I was bending over, picking up my luggage, and he texts one of his friends saying, thong. I guess my thong was hanging out. That's when, you know, girls would wear the thongs and hike them up a little high. But yeah, it went well, and I was safe, and I went back home, and I felt free. I remember dancing in the moonlight, and I needed that. So, there is another travel site, I think, called 10X, or you can just Google, you know. I think this is a great thing to do during this COVID, because a lot of people are scared, and a lot of countries will let you in if you go under, like, 72 hours quarantine, or if you go in there with a clean bill of health, or they test you right there and then. But yeah, a lot of people get antsy, and I was antsy. I wanted to do something. I didn't want to sit at home and feel sorry for myself, so I did it, and I don't regret it. So bye, everyone.